because to be honest with you, it's kind of pissing me off. What's going on, everyone? It's Chris from 416 Coffee, and today I wanted to make this video to answer kind of a question or a problem that I hear often, and I just wanted to shed some light on it because to be honest with you, it's kind of pissing me off. So here's the thing. People want to support local businesses, and I love it. I appreciate all the support. So they show up and they buy our coffee for the first time, and they go home and they make it, and they're like, it's weak. Like, it's weak. And then you ask them what they're used to making, and they say like Maxwell House, Lavazza, Starbucks is like darkest roast. They mention all these extremely developed coffees. Then they buy our coffee, they make it the same way, and they're like, oh, it's weak. I don't like this coffee, it's weak coffee. Okay, so let me explain something. So, if you have a coffee that's very darkly roasted, what that means is that that coffee is already very much broken down. So now the amount of energy meaning water, grind size, brew time, energy needed to extract the flavors from that coffee that's already broken down from the roasting process, you don't need a lot of energy. So that's why you only need a little bit of coffee. You're gonna get out all of the total dissolved solids, and you're gonna have a stronger cup per volume. So for example, if you use 30 grams of coffee of Maxwell House to brew a pot, you're gonna get a lot of coffee flavor out of that. You might need to use more if you're using a lighter roasted or medium roasted coffee, because those coffees are broken down less by the roasting process, which means that they require more energy to extract flavor, meaning water temperature, brew time, grind profile. So, if you're drinking our coffee at home and you're thinking to yourself, this needs to be stronger, you can do a couple things. Number one, are you brewing at the correct temperature? Is that water hot enough to extract correctly? If not, that's the first thing you need to change. Number two, grind profile. Can I grind finer? Can I increase brew time? Meaning the water is in contact with the coffee for longer periods of time. Can I do that? If yes, then do so. Three, can I increase dosage? Do I need to use more coffee? A lot of times that's the issue. You're not using enough coffee for the brew method. You've probably been over extracting over roasted coffee for a long time. And now you're using lighter roasted coffee and you're under extracting it, so it's coming off as weak, hollow, not good. So these are the things you need to play with. And this isn't even going from grocery store to our coffee. If you're going from any grocery store or any super developed roast and you're moving into more medium light roasts, and you're working with new roasters, especially in the third wave, you're gonna have to do this with all of them. It's across the board, especially if you're going from like I said, if you're going from like pre-ground grocery store coffee, this is gonna be a big transition for you. Now, I think this is gonna be a transition that's totally worth it and your palate's gonna thank you, but you gotta make these changes. You can't just, it'd be like, imagine this, okay? Your entire life, all you've cooked is ground beef. How do you cook ground beef? You smack it into a patty, you put it on the barbecue and you grill it and you probably cook it through. Although I do like a medium rare burger. But for the sake of argument, you cook the ground beef through. Now imagine I give you like a beautiful cut of like tenderloin. Sorry if you're vegan, if this analogy doesn't land, but work with me. So I give you a steak and now you go and all you know how to do is cook ground beef. So you go cook the steak and you cook it like ground beef. You're like, I don't know what everyone's talking about. This isn't even that good. It's kind of rubbery. It's hard, like I gotta like saw through it. The ground beef's better. It's because you didn't adjust the way you needed to cook that steak. It's the same thing. When you're brewing these different coffees, you need to make adjustments. So just be open to changing your recipe, changing the way you're brewing coffee as you're changing coffees. That doesn't mean you need to go spend any money on any new brewer or anything. It's just those small things I talked about before. Water temperature, grind size, brew time, dosage. Those are the things that you can control no matter what machine you have. So, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for listening to me rant, and I'll see you next time.